Now, our intrepid explorer is once again risking life and limb in the pursuit of great telly.
Some sarcasm there, I wonder. So our Laura is in France today. Laura, tell us more.
The beautiful town of Epernay is deep in the heart of the Champagne region and just an hour and a half north of Paris. Beside it lies the smaller community of Ai, which boasts Le Cité du Champagne, a museum dedicated to the history and the art of champagne making. So I popped along yesterday to find out more.
So Laura, you are really welcome to be here at the Cité de Champagne.
Thank you, Christophe. Lovely to be here today to learn all about the history of Champagne. I presume your visitors are very interested to know the process.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we're just trying to explain as well the process and the history of champagne making process here.
So who first created the drink that we know and love?
So champagne was made 300 years ago by the monks back in times. It used to be like the best wine made for God. But this process involved, and nowadays you will find more than 34,000 hectares in Croatian grapes together here, and more than 280,000 plots nowadays.
Presumably creating millions of bottles of champagne every year.
Yeah, it seems that 2 years ago we sold more than 300 million bottles from here. All these hectares just behind you here are being elected by the World Heritage of UNESCO since 2015.
That's incredible. So this is now a UNESCO World Heritage protected site for the last 4 years.
Yes, absolutely, that's it.
Well, I'm very interested to see the evolution of the champagne making process, and you have a wonderful museum here today with plenty of equipment. So we go see it?
Yes, please, let me show you. So once you have picked the grapes by hand, you have to press all of them just here on this big vat.
So this is the press. I presume a variation of it is used today. This is clearly very old.
Absolutely, yeah. That one is really made from 1921 here.
For the previous 200 years, did people crush grapes with their feet like we see in photos?
No, in fact here in Champagne you have to dispatch the black ski grapes from the wedges inside. So totally pressed by the machines a bit slower.
So they never use their feet for champagne?
No, never.
And that's because they need to take the red skin off to get the juice inside?
Absolutely.
So crushing with your feet would just squeeze everything together?
And you have the hint of pink on the wine directly.
So what is the next process after the press?
We have to put the wine directly on the cask to be fermented inside for several months.
And you have some examples now?
Absolutely. Let me show you. So once you have pressed the grapes in about 4 hours, all the juices are just being transferred into this big cask.
So we're familiar with these barrels. All of the grapes have been transferred in here, but it's still not champagne. Is it white wine or is it grape juice?
Like always still juice. And it will become like still wines after 8 to 10 months inside this barrel. After that, we have to dispatch every single wine made in 1 year to be blended on the bottle at the end of the process.
So the process sounds easy enough, but how heavy were these casks?
So it's one around 300 kilos.
300 kilos?
300 kilos, yeah.
Holding how much juice?
More than 250 liters.
250 litres of still grape juice.
That's it, yes.
Now this machine really caught my eye. It looks like a piece of surgical equipment. Obviously it's not used today.
Not really anymore, no. In fact, back in times, this machine here used to like to add the sugar dosage on the bottles. So beet sugar or cane sugar.
Into the bottles?
That's it, absolutely.
So once the sugar has been inserted, is it champagne now?
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so this is where the champagne process takes place.
Yes.
So we should be thankful to the dosage machine for that.
Absolutely, yeah.
I didn't know that there was sugar in champagne. No wonder it tastes so good. Now, you did mention, Christophe, that after the sugar is put into the champagne, it used to go back down for another 3 months. And then it comes to this machine here. So what's this about?
So we have a traditional boucheuse, or a cooking machine here inside, and we're also trying to put the bark of the cork trees, going from Portugal and Spain, into this machine here, being compressed, and then you just need to leave the weight to have the bottle corked inside.
So this is the traditional method of placing the cork into the champagne.
Absolutely.
So the next time I have a bottle of champagne for a special occasion, and I'm looking at it and I know it has to be made from the Champagne region, it has to be made with 3 different grape varieties, but the cork could be from Italy or Spain or Portugal.
Absolutely, that's it.
Very interesting. Never knew. It's quite something. Thank you. As you can see, a lot of work goes into the production of this famous tipple. Now, it is still a bit early this morning to raise a glass to you all back at base. So for now, I'll stick to the coffee, but I will see you later on for some champagne tasting.
Oh, sure, it'd be rude not to,
Not
wouldn't
have
it?
champagne.
Looks amazing.
Looks
there, doesn't it?
incredible, yeah,
Very
beautiful.
pretty.